WiiM streamers got very popular in a short time. Not in the last place due to their low price, good app and robust LinkPlay streaming technology. Yet again they introduced a new streamer and again I was eager to review it. It all started with the WiiM Mini at €99. Then the WiiM Pro that had RCA connectors instead of 3.5mm jacks was room compatible and cost €179. And now they introduced the WiiM Pro Plus, which looks identical on the outside but has clearly upgraded analog electronics and costs €239. Let's see where it is to be used in your stereo. Since the Pro Plus is a digital extension to the analog stereo, it needs an amp and speakers, a set of active speakers or a pair of headphones. The connection to the amp is over a pair of RCA cables. The network is to be connected over either Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi. This way it will receive streaming services and internet radio. If a computer or NAS holding music content is connected, that music can be played using several protocols like DLNA, AirPlay and Chromecast. Roon endpoint functionality will be added through an update as soon as Roon certified the Pro Plus. You control the WiiM players using an app on your Android or iOS tablet or phone. An infrared remote control can be used too and comes with the unit. Since the WiiM has both digital and analog inputs, you can have your TV, game console, tuner or other audio source connected to it. Adding a higher quality DAC to this setup can further improve the sound quality. Or if your amplifier has a DAC integrated, you can use that too. Just connect a 75 ohm RCA cable or an optical Toslink cable between the WiiM and the DAC or amp. The plastic black housing measures 140 by 140 by 42 mm and weighs 0.4 kilograms. On the front we see an LED and 4 pictograms that mark touch control surfaces. On the left starting with volume down, then play pause, the LED indicating the status of the player, preset select and volume up. The presets can be created in the app to have direct access to your favorite playlist or internet radio station. On the rear we find a network connector, a SPDIF output on RCA, a trigger output that can switch on a power amplifier with trigger input, a Toslink output, a Toslink input, the built-in microphone for voice control, the USB-C power input, a pair of analog inputs and a pair of analog outputs. Like on the Pro, the Toslink connections are named SPDIF while the RCA digital connections are named coax, as where they should normally be called SPDIF. The Pro Plus comes with a simple USB-C wallboard power supply, a remote control, a set of RCA cables and a Toslink cable. When the bottom is removed we see 3 circuit boards. The analog audio board, the digital audio board and the small board for the touch buttons on the front, not visible on this photo. When we compare that to the Pro version, we see that the Plus has a far larger analog board while the digital board looks identical. For those that missed the review of the Pro version, let's look at the digital board. It has a Realtek Ethernet controller taking care of the network. The piggyback mounted board here takes care of the streaming and processing, presumably including the SPDIF interfacing. The 4-core M-Logic microprocessor is the heart of the system and uses 4GB DDR3 SD RAM. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are handled here. The analog board now has the TI Burr Brown PCM 1861 analog to digital converter instead of the Everest ES7243. It converts incoming analog audio to digital at maximum 192 kHz 24-bit. It can be changed in the setup menu. All processing and volume control are in the digital domain. The digital to analog conversion is done with the Asahi Kasei AKM4493 SEQ DAC. A pair of 5534 op amps brings the analog audio to the outputs. You know, I'm reluctant to show measurements since they often don't give a clue about the sound quality of a device. But in this case they prove the difference between the standard WiiM Pro and the WiiM Pro Plus. I've measured total harmonic distortion plus noise using FFT on the audio position. The upper traces are from the Pro, the lower traces from the Pro Plus. You see the Plus version performs on average 15 dBs better. On top of that, the Pro has a higher order distortion product that lack in the Pro Plus. We see about the same difference doing a multi-tone measurement of noise and distortion. Here a number of tones of different frequencies are sent to a device under test to have it working hard, while in between those frequencies noise and distortion are measured. Again, the top traces are from the Pro, the low ones from the Pro Plus. Then the intermodulation distortion versus amplitude measurement that again shows the Pro Plus performs 15 to 20 dB better. The difference was so big that I checked twice, even used the same WiiM power supply. The last measurement is linearity, that shows how accurate the digital level is converted to analog level. The diagonal curve is the actual measurement, the green curve the calculated deviation. The top graph shows the Pro deviates already at -107 dBFS, while the Pro Plus starts to deviate from -117 dBFS and goes off scale clearly lower. By the way, even the linearity of the Pro Plus isn't very impressive. I've recently measured DACs that have almost no deviation down to -130 dBFS, but these admittedly cost more than the Pro Plus. As I have described in the reviews of both the Mini and the Standard Pro, setting up the Pro Plus for use is a matter of installing the free app on your Android or iOS smartphone or tablet. Start it up and follow the on-screen instructions. After that you can play music from your computer or NAS, listen to internet radio stations and log in to the streaming service you are subscribed to. Alternatively, you can stream from a bit-perfect music player on your computer using the DLA protocol. I used Audiovana on my Mac Studio, controlled with the Audiovana app on iPad. The Tidal and Qobuz apps connect over DLA and Roon over Chromecast protocol. Using it as a true Roon endpoint will become possible as soon as Roon has certified the Pro Plus and the update is issued. You can also use AirPlay 2, Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, Chromecast Audio, Amazon Music, both HD and Ultra HD, Napster, TuneIn, Deezer, Pandora, Calm Radio, VTuner, Radio Paradise, SoundCloud, Sound Machine, iHeartRadio and YouTube via Chromecast. The WiiM can also work with Alexa, Google and Siri voice control. If you want, you can watch the WiiM Pro review for a more detailed report in use. Link in the top right corner of the screen, in the description and at the end of this video. I started with setup 3, where the amplification is taken care of by the NAD 316 BEE. The loudspeakers are the Dali Oberon ones, connected to the amp over Kimber 2PR loudspeaker cable. The Pro Plus was connected to the amp over an RCA to RCA cable that came with the unit. Connection to the network was over Wi-Fi to the TP-Link Deco M4 mesh network. The equipment was placed in a target rack, the loudspeakers on target stands with stack audio over isolators. The first thing I noticed was the good stereo image, better than what I'm used to in this setup. Furthermore, sibilance was controlled well. The weakest part is in the lows that were a bit woolly, all relative to the price of course. It did sound cleaner, slightly more relaxed than the Standard Pro. So why not see what happens in my setup too? Here the amplifier is the Marantz PMKI Pearl Lite. It drives the Acoustic Energy Radiance 1 loudspeakers connected over Kimber 4PR loudspeaker cable. They are supported by the REL T5 subwoofer that is connected to the loudspeaker terminals on the Marantz using the cable that came with the sub. The Pro Plus was connected to the amp over Siltec London RCA cables, while connection to the network was over Wi-Fi to the TP-Link Deco M4 mesh network. The equipment was placed in a target rack, the loudspeakers on target stands with stack audio over 50s isolators. It is obvious that the limitations in sound quality are more obvious here, but like with the Pro Plus upgraded a notch in sound quality using the €59 Allo Nirvana 5V power supply. And the Pro Plus is a step more musical than the Pro. With the Nirvana the stereo image opened up wider, resolution in the mids and lows increased and the highs were cleaner. Again, to put things in perspective, normally a €1400 Magna Mano Ultra MK3 Farad streamer is used here. And there surely is a clear difference in sound quality. As with the Pro Plus is limited in openness, stereo image, microdynamics and overall feel of engagement. But I know streamers costing more that perform less. Just as long as you realize that the Pro Plus is not capable to get the best out of a DAC like the Denafrips Ares 2, the digital signal is not clean enough to achieve that. But the quality with the Denafrips is better than what you get with the internal DAC. With the Nirvana power supply the Pro Plus enters just setup 2B. With the standard power supply it ranks high up setup 1. Compared to the Pro Plus is a step up in sound quality. More attention is given to the part of the power supply inside. There is a better clock and the A to D and D to A converters are upgraded. That becomes more obvious when used with a better power supply, optimized for audio. I think I will experiment somewhat more with other power supplies in the near future. In the meantime, I must say that for this money you'll be hard pressed to find an equally sounding network player. When Roon support is added, the Pro Plus will be a nice endpoint for a secondary stereo like in the study. Which brings me to the end of this video. As usual, there will be a new video next Friday 5 PM Central European Time. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe to my channel or follow me on the social media so you will be informed when new videos are out. Help me reach even more people by giving this video a thumb up or link to this video on the social media. It is much appreciated. Many thanks to those viewers that support this channel financially. It keeps me independent and lets me improve the channel further. If that makes you feel like supporting my work too, the links are in the comments below this video on YouTube. I'm Hans Beekhuizen. Thank you for watching and see you next week Friday 5 PM. And whatever you do, enjoy the music.